Hello, I'm Can, and welcome back to Age of Wonders Planetfall. Now, before I crack on with what's going on screen, we had a bit of an issue with Zaster and his scenario, I guess. It turns out that the turn limit was only for 150, so literally the turn or two after the end of the last episode, it kind of just abruptly ends. And there's no way for me to actually fix it, so I guess there'll be a bit of a mystery as to how the siege of the Oracle hub went. How well did Zaster conquer the planet? And will we see him again? So that could be something interesting to come back to down the future, if people would like that. But for now, I thought I'd replace this with the Dvar playthrough. Now, I've always been tempted by the Dvar. They look phenomenal, and I love how they play, and they've been a pain in the ass fighting them. So this is what we're going to do instead of Zaster. And I want to know if you'd like me to get all the races done before we do the final mission, or if there's a current faction that you've liked the most. Be it, I don't know, Kirko, Assembly, Amazon, the Dvar that we're doing, and that leaves us the humans and the Syndicate. So if you want to see them all done on this channel first, and then, you know, we see who wants to do what, then let me know. But for now, we're going to crack on with the Dvar campaign, and we're going to be playing as Boris Zelezo. And this is our magnificently angry looking chap. So let's just change it a little bit. There we go. I think that's perfect. So, let's crack on.
Explosions are the masters of creation. The Big Bang forged the universe, and the Cataclysm carved the Dvar. Deprivation and seclusion did not hurt our minor ancestors. It only ignited the strength and craving for resources that still drive our kind forward. Now, under the watchful eye of the Adamant Council, the Dvar Consortium are locked in ruthless competition. Prestige and infinite riches versus poverty and eternal shame are our new stakes. I am the head of the Zelezo Dvar Consortium. Before my rule, our house was weak and complacent with its position. I sparked ambition in my people. The Zelezo Dvar rose rapidly in station, but the Adamant Council still looked down on us. Today, everything changes. Our prospectors have found a resource-rich world of Chimera Glacialis. Once the Council grants us mining rights, the Zelezo Consortium will finally attain the status it deserves. The Council is demented. These bumbling fools granted our claim to the disreputable Razvet Consortium. We found this world. By traditional claimant rights, it should be ours. It's clear to me that the Council will never trust us. So, we must carve our own path. They will not stand in the way of the Zelezo, and neither will Volodny Razvet.
Okay. So, looks like we've been a bit of a...
The world of Chimera Glacialis lies below us. Its stormy exterior hiding riches just ripe for plunder. As we descend, these storms will interfere with our ship's navigation systems. I doubt it will be the last obstacle hiding this planet's secrets.
Right, I keep forgetting about that bit. So, it looks like we've been ousted from a rightful claim on this mineral-rich world, and we're having none of it. Yeah, so 70% land, 30% water, okay? So the objectives are to claim the resources of Chimera Glacialis, and to deal with Volodny Razvet. So what I've started for Boris is he's getting the Dvar assault vehicle, which is the Bulwark. It's kind of that mech walker kind of unit. Pretty powerful. He's going to be a veteran, so he'll be level 3 when he starts, and everything will gain 15% experience a lot quicker. We're going to have the 2 random techs, which should be interesting, and he's also a kleptomaniac, which is one of my favourite ones. So let's have a look. That's an awesome looking ship, like landing. That's brilliant. Okay, so let's take a quick look. Father, the encampment is setting up as ordered. There has not yet been any sign of the Razvet. Good. We've chosen a fortunate landing site. One of the mining complexes of our ancestors lies dormant nearby. It would be a shame to see their creation decay without purpose. We must assemble a force and reclaim that facility. With our prospectors deployed, we should see to it that they are put to work exploring and prospecting nearby sectors. It would benefit us to identify suitable settlement sites. Okay, so Quartzite has overrun the nearby Imperial mining facility. This insult to the Dvar mining ancestors cannot be allowed. Claim it. And in order to, so if we get this, we also get a Bulwark unit, which is brilliant. 30% or 30 more production and 4 Cosmite, which is brilliant. Our newly assembled prospector can put to good use prospecting the surrounding sectors, collecting additional resources through prospecting using the prospector. So he goes over to the center of a sector and we prospect it. So we'll get a foreman, some research and additional Cosmite, which is perfect. So let's have a look. There's our prospector. So if I run him to the sub-zero tundra, we can prospect a colony. Prospector sector, gaining a small amount of resources. This unit has to remain stationary on the center for the sector, I'm bumbling my words, for 1 turn during the process. Each sector can only be prospected once. Okay, so we'll grab that and we'll see what happens. And then we'll grab this one and we'll go to Puppet's Crest, I suppose. Yeah, we'll go to Puppet's Crest. I'll prospect that as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. And I think for now we'll run here and get our character's son, I guess. Inessa's Alizo, yeah. And we'll have a battle with the Quartzite and level up some. And then go and attack the Red Core facility. So, what can we build right here? Alright, so originally, because we're going to be quite... so we need to counter the Kleptomaniac. So I think I'm going to grab the Central Reactor Core to just completely counter it. And then we'll build a Skirmish Barracks immediately for a Bulwark. Yes. So let's have a look at the tech we got. Enhanced payloads.
Bombs are too predictable. All they do is blow stuff up, which I admit is great. But what if they were more surprising? Sir Dunkel Tug, Red Dvar Bomb Company.
Brilliant. So the flash payload. Explosive attacks now have a 4 strength chance to apply blinded to non-ethereal units for 2 turns, plus 10% damage. That could be a bit annoying for them if they're shooting it. Brilliant. Target friendly unit with an explosive attack. Oh, target friendly unit with an explosive attack gains +1 range, 25% damage, and massive impact. Okay, I thought we were blowing up our own chap. Right, an aquatic deployment.
The sea is a maiden of many moods, most of them murderous. Captain Peter Visser, Salty Bay Colony.
Okay, so we're going to get water bases available. We can travel through sea, and river crossings aren't going to be as hindering as before. But that's actually really handy because we are actually quite next to an ocean here. And that's lava, so we won't be crossing that. But this area, especially because of how close we are, we have a potential naval base here for the city. That's going to be fantastic. And let's quickly upgrade our commander. So what have you got? The flechette, so you can inflict bleeding. The provisional weapon, so you can increase your damage or something's damage. You are weak to arc, okay. Full action points regardless. Okay, that's perfect. Well, that should be interesting. And I think I might have this guy as a bit of a supportive chap, so... all units in this hero's army gain 2+ damage resistance in all channels while in cover. Okay, Juggernaut. Allows you to walk through. That's going to be kind of annoying, I think. So how about I grab Siege Master? And it's already half, I know, but pretty good. You don't technically have cover, do you? No, so... how about I give you Range Specialist and Deadeye, and we make you just that little bit more accurate. And you don't have anything, but you've got... what the hell? That's almost as big as you are. Okay, perfect. We don't have those. I think our hand mortar spike. I believe that's explosive because it has the grenade. Yeah, so for now we'll leave them and we'll actually fight these Quartzites. It's a safe battle, so it should be pretty easy for us to win. And we'll see just how the Dvar units work. Let's have a look. These guys, I love the idea of these dwarves just sticking in, entrenching, and just not budging. They've been a bit of a nightmare to deal with my other campaigns. So if I set up here, and then I activate Entrench, creates a trench around it that lasts until the end of combat. Let's do that then. And they now have full cover, which is perfect. And this is Shield Bash, so we can stagger. So getting into melee combat with these trenches is not a good idea. The only downside is that they don't have Overwatch. So I guess they trade Overwatch for a lot of protection and defensibility, which makes sense. That's pretty good to me. So let's get our chaps in position. Ah ha ha, no, 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 you're a foreman. Let's not get you. I'm already making terrible mistakes. So you trench up. Let's get you in here, because you'll then be in cover, right? I think so, at least. Maybe. But then we'll get our... Right, yeah, let's move you back here. Get our Dvar here, so we've got a nice little trench line. Perfect. In fact, you can get up, and you can go here. And Overwatch. Wonderful. You stay put. You can come up here, and we'll end the turn. Wow, that did next to nothing. That is fantastic. Okay, so let's take... Wow, that's a lot of damage. I know it's early, but that's pretty powerful. Fantastic.
Enemy killed.
Marvellous. Well, do you know what? I think we might as well just stay put and let them come to us. And I'm going to incentivize one of them. How about incentivize you? You're going to be at the thick end of it. And our ability is advanced munitions. So that would allow us to upgrade our foreman here with a lot better, superior damage, basically. They got a little bit of damage, okay. For the most part, it's pretty rubbish. So let's take a shot at you. We've almost killed you. So you're incentivized. I'm also going to heal you. Just to make sure. There you go. So you have to be next to them? Okay. It's good to know.
Enemy destroyed.
Absolutely obliterated them. And are you in range? Yeah, you are. Fantastic.
Enemy annihilated.
Wow, that was pretty effective.
Victory.
Okay, so that was just perfect. We got a load of production there, which is lovely. And I don't think we can actually launch an attack yet. No, so we'll end the turn. We've ended it on a pretty solid note. And I am actually going to give you the flash payload, so that your explosive attacks are pretty potent. There you go. So I don't believe you get it. No, do you get it? You do. Does your grenade has it? Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to waste it on a grenade. So we'll end the turn. Okay, hello. We have discovered... Ah, Boris! I should have known you would not be able to let this lie. The Adamant Council pledged this world to us. You are a fool if you believe that the Council will stand by and let you disobey them. The Zelezo Dvar found this world, Rasvet. The Adamant Council disregards decades of tradition to deny us our rightful claim. We need not fight. You are once family. I will give you a choice. Withdraw now, or we will take our due by force. I will enforce the law of the Council. My consortium relies on me, Boris, and I cannot show weakness. Alexandra would never have wanted this. Father, there is plenty on this world for both our consortia. Cooperation is far less expensive than war. I know Uncle will avoid hostilities in favour of profit, so we should be able to avoid bloodshed by plying him with the right gifts. The Rasvet were mandated by the Adamant Council to exploit this world, but as its finders, it is the right of the Zelezo to claim it. A grudge has stood between the Zelezo and the Rasvet for consortia for years. It will be resolved here one way or another. So if we defeat him, or make an alliance, we get the Dvar Earthcrusher, which I believe is like a final tier unit, which is pretty good. Consortium, so if we give him Cosmite... Do you know what? No. This has been... this is rightfully the Zelezo territory, this is ours by right. And I don't think it's ours to... We should be giving it up, so we'll carry on with our prospectors. Oh, we can make bulwarks, sorry, that's fantastic. I'm going to build you. And we are going to fight the quartzite here. It's going to be a little interesting now that they've got some fire-based quartzites, but I think we'll be pretty good. We held up really well against the other four, so there shouldn't be much difference. Okay, so let's get you in here with your remarkably long range. You're going to absolutely just trash that thing, so how about we stick you here. Make sure you're ready for it. Prepare. Then we'll get a trencher in here. Oh no, because you've already technically entrenched. Fantastic. Let's get you here then, so that we can cover all the bases. I know I could send them into these little things, but I feel like it's a lot nicer if I actually get to set them up. So that's that done. And we'll stick our foreman in here, and I'll actually incentivize our leader, since he's on Overwatch. You can stay put, you can stay put, you can stay put, and we'll see what they come up with. Oh man, that discharge is probably pretty annoying.
Operations ready.
But I think we'll be alright. So let's take shots at that. So Sagan, the Arc ones are going to be the biggest threat to our character right now. So I think if we get rid of them if we can. We just about missed. Oh well. Try to do what we can from here. In fact, we can kill you off.
Enemy
go.
eliminated.
You can wait for now, and I think we'll just hold and let them come to us. We are taking a little bit of damage. Ooh, okay. Well, I don't really want you losing your vehicle just yet. So how about I upgrade you? There you go. Have some goodies. Take shots at you. We did a decent bit of damage. And then we'll take shots. And maybe not miss. Maybe. And I think we can finish off these guys.
Enemy killed.
A straight kill, that's perfect. Let's see, I think I'll save the heal for now, I think. And we'll see what happens. Alright. Yep, we're going to have to get rid of you.
Enemy annihilated.
We can try and get rid of you. If we can. There we go.
Payback.
Yeah, I really don't want to lose that bulwark so soon.
Victory.
Fantastic. Our trenches got to level up, so they're going to be a little bit tougher. And we've got the lacerating shotgun and a ton of production, which is perfect. So now that we've claimed this, I believe we can... We've essentially laid claim to this sector, so let's have a look at our tech, shall we? What can we get? Perimeter security. Fortification tools. The unit trenches become fortified trenches instead, ensuring they can only be destroyed with abilities with Demolisher. These fortifications also heal Dvar units inside of them for 15% of their health per turn. Yes. Iron Breaker modifications. Melee attacks bypass 3 armor. Additionally grants... Okay, so anything with like a siege hammer could be really good with that. General Alert Protocol. All Dvar units gain General Alert for 1 turn, allowing them to enter defensive mode even if they spend all their action points. That's awful to have to deal with. Shredder Bomb. Drops a Shredder Bomb, which is basically a bleed. Okay, that's pretty simple. The Flechette, which implies bleeding. Okay, so this is very dot heavy. And Tactical Protection. Deploy a protective shield on the target, granting them 10 shields and thermal immunity for 2 turns. Wow. And the Purification Field. Restore 10 HP and remove any non-sonic status effects from this unit or target adjacent unit. I think I'm going to go for Perimeter Security for all of that stuff because it sounds amazing. And for this one, let's have a look. Exploitation Campaign. The cost of moving independent armies is reduced by 30%. Oh, I see. So, like, if we find something on a Cosmite or a city we want, we can move them. Okay, so that's going to be a lot cheaper. 20% structures are 20% less production to build. That's pretty good. Knocks things down. And allied units in this colony's domain gain 200 morale. This colony doesn't suffer from penalties from volcanic terrain in any of the sectors in its domain. Wow. Okay, and then we can go for the frontier. I think I want to go for the frontier for the sake of expansion first, and then we'll work on that. Now that you're done, however, I do want to work on another bulwark because you're going to be very, very handy. These two are moving to Prospect there, and I think we'll actually move on to this unit next, you know, so we can keep... We can grab hold of that Cosmite and clear it. It's brilliant. You can stay put, and we'll end the turn. So the Dvar, they're very much into their holding the line, take the hits, and deal back a ton of awful damage, for them at least. Which would be quite cool. So explosives, bleeding, heavy vehicle machinery. Like, look at this bulwark. It's clunky and it's fantastic. So let's move over to Tranquil Grove. Oh no, hang on. Prospect you. Get you here to the mountain and prospect you. And how are we looking? We're mostly healed up. I'm a little bit concerned with you though. So what are we actually going to be fighting? I'm gonna just shimmy him over here for a better healing, and then we'll come back because if I lose that bulwark, it's going to be a very big hindrance to our ability to fight as well as we do. Which is fine because we can always come for this one.
Objective completed.
Brilliant. So we have another foreman. And we also have another Dvar. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to break off the hero, stick him there, and I think I'm going to then move the bulwark in for a very heavy force. There we go. Just in case. And let's start working on a trencher for him. So half health, I think we'll be fine. We'll actually clear this unit out of the way for the energy. Production, okay. Right, well let's grab you. In fact, I can't annex another thing, so let's annex the facility. There we go, so next turn that'll be done. Come on, there we go. And then we'll fight this just to get the new units some XP, maybe level up our trenches already. because I am going to keep our hero back just for this one. Let's stick you on Overwatch. Stick you on Overwatch. There we go. And let's run up our trenches and set them in. So these guys are definitely getting the fortification tool mod, because there's no reason why they shouldn't. If there's ever a chance I can give them Overwatch, that would just be perfect, because they would be awful to have to deal with to get towards unless you outrange them, which I don't know. I assume their range is probably a bit naff, but we shall see. I'm going to stick you together. Keep you there. In fact, I'm going to incentivize you because you'll do more than you're motivated. And I think we shall also motivate these guys as well. So let's end the turn.
Operations available.
And did you just camp? Yes, you did. Okay. Right, it seems we're going to have to go to them, which will put us out of place a little bit, but nothing we can't handle. So let's have you stay put. Let's get you in here. A bit worried we might lose the foreman here, but that's fine. And we'll just, we'll force them to come to us instead. Overwatch, stay put. And Overwatch. Let's see what they do. Here they come. Okay. Marvellous. So we can try and kill you. In fact, for this, I want to see what the advanced munitions does. So let's give that to you. And we'll see how much damage this can do. A little bit more. But it does stagger, so they are going to get hurt a bit from that. And I think we can kill that. We can.
Enemy eliminated.
Marvellous. And we'll do it you. So you're practically useless. We'll try and concuss you. That's brilliant. Let's have a look. Try and get around you, shall we? Because I didn't think about this tree.
Enemy down.
Okay, so we need to kill that one somehow before it respawns. So let's see if it works. We missed with you. It's all on this foreman now. And it doesn't work. Okay, so that's fine. We'll end the turn. We shouldn't have any real issues, especially since you just missed. So let's kill you. Or not. How about you? There we go.
Enemy eliminated.
Finally.
Our forces are victorious.
So our foreman got some XP, which is fantastic. And I can stick you in here. We can then sort of just rest up on this one. We'll give you a couple of trenches, and I think, yeah, we'll give you a couple of trenches and a bulwark as well. But we'll see. So you're prospecting, I believe. I think. Maybe. No, you're done. Okay, so how about you just cross over this way? Head towards Military Grove. You can grab this one for me. Get a little bit of production, and we'll crack on. In fact, this. Maybe I'll send you you back this way. I think. Yeah. Send this prospector back so we can cover everything. The creations of our ancestors have a certain grace to them, do they not? Unburdened by the strife of the cataclysm, the riches they attained were almost beyond measure. We will honour their creation by putting this place to good use. Father, I have looked through the facility's logs, and it seems that they were tampered with. Someone tried to obscure it, but an immense quantity of cosmite was mined off this world. It may never have been shipped off-world. Or mined on this world, sorry. Interesting. If this is true, recovering that shipment could well redeem this expedition and get us back in the good graces of the Council. This planet's government palace should hold a more detailed record of where the shipment went. We should make our way there and search their logs. If we can recover their shipment, a confrontation with Uncle may not be necessary after all.
Objective completed.
Oh, that's handy. We also have a bulwark already. So, a rich bounty of cosmite was mined on this world. The government palace's log should have records of where it went, but first you need to overcome any still intact systems. That's going to be a tricky one. However, we have some nice reinforcements for Inessa. There you go. In fact, I'm going to give you the flashy upgrade. Marvellous. So let's get you another trencher. Let's get you down on this way. And you can prospect here. So next turn, you can get that. You can come up the Phantom Mountains. We now have perimeter security.
The mere existence of fortification or armoring is often enough to prevent an assailant's attack. Precious strength can then be saved for productive offensive measures. Construction Director Radolf Mag, Rumble Barrocade's company.
Brilliant. So we've had a look at these mods. So let's have a look at what we've got next. I'm probably going to go for Subjugation for some more abilities. And some Bleed, which can be brilliant. And then we'll go for the Exploitation campaign.
Our colonies require the means to protect themselves and a reason to stay. At the very least, it's time to invest in some good old-fashioned guns and beer. Dollar Smith, Deneb Colony Mayor.
Right, so we've got the happiness building, the start of our defensive upgrades, and the colonizer, which is obviously very, very important. So, can you get there? Okay, so we're definitely going to grab the standard military infrastructure, just to get that cleared up first. And we're now going to make our way over towards this Cosmite spot, just so we can get ready. So that's going to be their next turn. Yeah, you can stay put. In fact, I'm going to spend this turn to just upgrade you, really. So fortification tools. It's going to be a lot of Cosmite, but these trenches definitely will be fantastic with them. You don't get anything. You don't really have anything that's worth it. Kinetic punch. I don't think I'll get you into melee combat. Possibly with you I should have given it, but overall not particularly worth it. You're fine. Okay, fantastic. So we'll end the turn. Marvellous. And we've got you another trencher, so I can stick you here. Prospector can come down over this way. You can come up to the Phantom Mountains. And I wonder... We'll get you another trencher, I think. Yeah. We'll grab that. And in fact... Yeah, next turn I'll grab that, because I'll then own this Cosmite, which will give me more the next turn. So let's go and have another fight. So I'm getting a really nice feel for these Dvar, the trenching and just how they look in general. They look fantastic. You know, they'll just sit there, stick in their trenches, and tell you to come at them. Let's overwatch you. Let's overwatch you. And I think we'll stick you here and trench. Yeah, look at that new trench system. That's really, really chunky. And these guys are just going to stay put. And they will just heal if you leave them. So if you combine that with any healing abilities they have, or that you can give them, then these dudes are just not going to want to die, especially if played right. Fantastic. And I think we'll stick you here and incentivize the leader. Come on, boss. You've got this. I don't know if we'll need you, but let's run along. And we'll just bring our gang along here, just in case, because they could split off this way and try to catch us out. So let's get you here. You're fine. You're fine. We'll end the turn.
Operations
Yeah, the
ready.
beetles are coming, so we're gonna slap them with a... Oh no, the shredder's still being made. That's fine. I think we can hit you. That was a really nice shot. Fantastic. So if I'm gonna stick you here then, and encourage them to come for us, we'll stick our Dvar over here for this turn and settle you quite nicely. You guys can pretty much just wait until we're ready. Yep. So these guys should be getting in really close. And yeah, they're almost torn apart already. These beetles aren't going to stand a chance, so we'll wipe you out.
Enemy killed.
Marvellous. And we want to get these beetles killed if we can, because their ability to concuss you, there we go. Their acid damage is going to be really nasty against our armor and the bulwark, which is not something we want. So you can stay put because you're not going to be in range. You're going to have to stay put, and we can wipe these guys out. So if I concuss this one, deny them the chance to do any damage, kill off you.
Killed.
Oh, did a nice little bit of damage there. And we're going to need to see if we can just strength you up first. So we're going to want to see if we can take them out beforehand, which I don't think we are, so that's fine. I don't think they're going to be in range. Oh, they are. So our hero can take these guys out. Spoke too soon. Can you do it? Yes, you can.
Enemy down.
Brilliant. So this lot need to stay down just while I wipe out these last few. Now that
Enemy
the
down.
spike guns are so strong, especially with this. I don't know. They don't even have any upgrades, so that's pretty crazy. And let's heal you up. Are you going to actually get shot for it? No. So let's just take you out. There we go.
Enemy down.
No nonsense.
Victory.
Fantastic. So we've got an extra 18. We've got plus 10 now. And I feel like... Let's get you the Linebreaker mods. There we go. But I feel like the Dvar with their, trenches holding the line and just having these bulwarks just concussing everything, it's going to be an absolute nightmare to be dealing with it. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. I think we'll definitely get you steady aim, for sure. And I'll give you some more HP, because if you find yourself in a bit of a bind up close, you are going to be in trouble. You've got the revolver, you've got the grenade. Okay. So these guys have done pretty well. got our first sector. I may need to prospect it. I'm going to send one down this way, I think. And we'll keep exploring. But for now, our goal is to just push towards here while we keep building up our forces. So 4, 5, that'll be 6. Okay, so we'll have 2 armies worth, which will be very handy. Let's get you in here and keep pushing you along. So that's that. And let's go to the Basalt Prairie and prospect you. You can finish, well, you can now prospect the Phantom Mountains. And we are only at plus 11 actually, so we're going to need to be careful of this now. Especially that, so how about I get nice bombard cannons. So I'll build you, and you're going to be, oh, I can't see your upkeep. That'll be fine. And I'm then going to build a colonizer, because I'm going to want to try and grab another city to help produce things, and I may try it over this way. But we'll see. We'll see what happens down here. Hello? Mephiles the Redeemer. I see our unwelcome guests have arrived, just as he said you would. I am Mephiles the Redeemer, and I will lead my kin to salvation from these prisons of iron and flesh. Rejoice, for your fall will herald our salvation. The assembly cult is interfering with your mining operations. Those abominations must be burned with fire. So if we slay 4 units of the assembly, we'll get a Dvar Purifier and a Lightning Sniper, which is going to be very handy against the assembly, in a sense, because they do get their arc resistance to a degree. So it's both, you know, a hindrance and not something they're too particularly bothered with. So let's keep going. Let's send you down this way, and I'm wondering where I might want to settle. Maybe something. Let's have a look at the land itself. Actually, let's be smart about this. That's a lot of things, but maybe around here because we'll have food and production. So I'm going to send you down this way, I think. Yeah. But for now, that's going to wrap up this first turn or episode, I guess. Let me know what you think if you do want to see everyone done, and then we'll decide what happens and who plays the final, or whose perspective we see the final ending the mission through. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.